Hello and welcome back. And in this video, we're going to be starting our model. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be creating a new file here, and let me give you a shortcut actually. Um, so you select the folder where you want to create your file and press Command N to basically create a new file. It's quite helpful. Okay, so we're going to create news, and this is going to be our model. And I didn't want to create actually a SwiftUI, so we can change that. Just say foundation. We don't need anything SwiftUI related here. And I'm gonna remove everything else and simply create a struct called news. This is gonna be decodable because we're gonna be decoding stuff from the internet, from the API, and we're gonna have author, title, description, URL to image, and URL. Okay, so these are things we're gonna have basically um, in our model, and all these things are actually coming back from the API. Just exactly same name. So we've named them same, so our decodable protocol can basically identify that as a key and then basically decode it and populate these values for us. Okay, so JSON decoding, like decoder and stuff like that, is a whole new topic, like that we can create like entire course on that. But just so you know, like decodable uncodable protocol actually helps you parse those JSON responses from the API easily, as long as you have your key names same. Now, one thing to be mindful of that, like if you want to change these names, for example, if you want to change description to like details or something like that, you have to use something called coding keys. Okay, so we will probably like create a video separately, and and we're gonna basically see how that works. But yeah, so this is gonna be our model, and then all this actually comes inside another response object. So basically it's a response object that let me see if I can pull it up really quickly. Newsapi.org. Okay, so there we go. And if you notice, this is what our response actually looks like. And let me shrink this. Okay, awesome. So our response comes inside a dictionary, and that dictionary has a status, um, and then you have total results and articles. And articles is basically what we are interested in, and this is an array of articles. Okay, so basically we're gonna create an envelope that's gonna decode this part. Okay, and so let's go ahead and create our envelope. Okay, so we're gonna need these three, so I'm gonna simply copy these and say, hey, this is gonna be of type string. I can see that here, and it's gonna be optional, so just mark them optional. Total result, and that's gonna be of type int. It's gonna be total number of items that are there. Actually, you don't have to mark these options, so I think we should be okay. I think author and title and stuff we need to mark as optional because they might have any of these values missing. So if you have not marked them optional, what's going to happen is while decoding, if any of these are missing, then your whole decoding process is going to fail. Okay, you can do more about like how you backfill and stuff like that, but for our example, it's going to be okay. Marking them optional. Okay, so in the articles, it's basically, as we know, it's an array of articles. So what we're gonna say in our news envelope is this is actually an array of news. Okay, and then news is what we created. So if you notice that news has the source and then it has author. So let me make sure all the keys are correct. Title, so it's going to be title, and there's a description. There's a description here, and then you have URL. So this is your URL, and this URL is basically taking to the actual news article, and then you have URL to image. And if you notice, this image URL to image is null in this case, so that's going to be nil in our case. So if we have it available, we're going to show it. If we don't have anything available, then we're going to show default image or something like that. Okay, so so this is going to be our model that we have created out of the JSON response that we're going to actually get. So in the next video, I'm going to actually show you how we can write our network layer or network manager, where we can actually retrieve this news information. Before we do that, actually I want to create one folder and ask you to do something. So I'm going to create a config folder here, config. Okay, and inside this config, I'm going to create a file, and it's going to be a Swift file. I'm going to call it API. Okay, and we're going to call this a struct. Going to create a struct API, and there's going to be a static let key. And what I want you to do, basically go back to your newsapi.org account and copy your API key and paste it in here, because we are going to be using that, or we're going to be needing it inside our networking calls. So this is the way basically to centrally manage all your config. So let's say if you're uploading all this stuff into a public domain for GitHub, for example, you know that where all your secrets live, like your APIs, API keys and stuff like that, that you don't want to expose into internet. In that case, what you're going to do is you're simply going to go into the config file or config folder and see what you have there, and just strip it out and put it somewhere else, put something else, and then commit it into the GitHub, or mark it as GitHub ignore for this particular file, so you can actually just whenever you are committing, your GitHub is gonna ignore committing to this file. So however you want to treat it, it's basically a good practice to keep your secrets, like APIs, keys and configurations and stuff like that, into a separate folder, so you know where to go when you need to take them out from your app. And sometimes you might think this is actually unnecessary because you can include anywhere, but as your project grows, the number of things that you need, like APIs, keys and stuff, they also grow with time, and that actually sort of gives it away, where you forget to replace it, and then your API and your personal stuff is exposed to the internet. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a quick tip on how to manage your secrets and configurations. All right, in next video we're going to be creating our network manager. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.